Hey guys, I'm going back to another quick form video. In today's video, I think it's some important information that I need to share with you. And these guys always do a really good job. That's why I share their content and bring it to you guys and give you my opinion on it. So yes, guys, it finally has come. I know I've been making these videos for a long time where I've been telling you that Sprint is shutting down. They've been bought out, but it's official, guys. Sprint will be no more pretty soon. If not already. Because I'm gonna read it to you guys, but now if you if you research or you look up Sprint, it will take you to the T-Mobile website. So let's go ahead and let's read it and then we'll try it out. But this is brought to you by prepaidphonenews.com. It says Sprint, now part of T-Mobile. So the Sprint brand itself has came to an end, and even here in my hometown where the Sprint store used to be, it's now a T-Mobile store. So all the Sprint stores are turning magenta, or basically turning into a T-Mobile store. So it says, after its merger announced on April 1st, like I said, these news have been going on for a long time, guys, and finally I think it's finally coming to a close. It says T-Mobile has finally put an end to the Sprint brand. Prior to the merger, the two brands have always been separate entities to offer separate or competitive services. And this is true because a lot of people before the whole merger, before T-Mobile even bought Sprint out, were worried that, because they've always been competitive to each other, you can get better rates on one or the other. But now that, basically their competitor, their biggest competitor, I would say, with, within each other, has finally been bought out by the competitor. A lot of people are scared that, they're not going to really offer anything because, I would say Verizon and AT&T, they're both top dogs, and then it was Sprint and T-Mobile, which were on the bottom fighting for, the cheaper price points. So they were good in big cities, but, rural communities, it was kind of hard for T-Mobile or Sprint, and now hopefully that will be even better. But it says, for a while after its merger last April, it looked like the two brands were still working individually, which is true. I mean, once T-Mobile officially bought, Sprint, you could still see Sprint stores. They were still having commercials, kind of like, nothing ever happened. It was just Sprint was starting to use T-Mobile's network. But now that has basically ended because with Sprint shutting down. So, you could also think about all the employees. Hopefully, they'll keep their job and just, get training on T-Mobile, because I'm pretty sure T-Mobile's and Sprint's, system and everything is a lot different. So from what I read, they were kind of letting go a lot of Sprint employees, and then they could apply for the T-Mobile position. So it says, according to T-Mobile's EVP of Consumer Market, Joe Freyer, shared to the most monumental day in T-Mobile's history has arrived, in reference to the iconic yellow lights turning off one last time. So everybody knows Sprint is yellow and T-Mobile is pink or magenta, whatever. Everybody calls it pink, honestly. The executive also shared that this move makes way for one powerful united brand, which is kind of true. That because separated, I think they were kind of weaker. But now that they're merging, which is the whole point, it's supposed to give you better coverage, faster speeds, and all that. Because everybody knows Sprint might have better coverage in some areas than T-Mobile, but the upload and the download speeds were way slower. And T-Mobile's upload and download speeds were light years ahead of them. Basically, this says this is a reference to the number of Sprint stores that were rebranded and given a fresh magenta paint that is iconic to the T-Mobile brand. So, like I said, especially here in my town, a lot of the main corporate Sprint store, which was the corporate store, now it's a T-Mobile store, which, like I said, does make a difference. It says Sprint customers can walk into the newly rebranded store to make changes to their account, pay for their existing service, or just pretty much anything they would typically do at a Sprint store. So it's basically saying that, if you have Sprint, you can still go into the T-Mobile store and pay your bill and everything, which, they probably had to merge their systems to get payments for Sprint as well. Then here you can watch that, but it's basically just saying that it's T-Mobile's now unstoppable. It's a big thing, you know. And it only happened within 123 days since the Sprint and T-Mobile merger happened. So, and then this is the one thing we were going to test out. It says, in line with today's news, Sprint's website's no longer online. So that's a big telltale, guys, that Sprint is basically dead now. Their websites, their website, you could order phones, check your account, it's no longer available. It says when you head over to their website, you will be redirected to the T-Mobile site. If you have an account and you are trying to access it, you can head over to T-Mobile.com to do that. So basically, like I said, that's pretty cool that they're trying to migrate all the Sprint customers to the new T-Mobile website and the stores, because, you know, that's going to give you kind of mindset that, hey, it's going to be T-Mobile now. So let's go ahead and try it and see what happens here. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and see. Oh, there we go. So I put Sprint.com and I said forward, and sure enough, it forwarded me to the T-Mobile website. So there you go. Sprint has joined T-Mobile. We're so glad you're here. If you're a Sprint customer, tap continue to access your account and more. Wow. So I'm pretty sure their main goal is going to be to make you want to merge over or switch over to the T-Mobile, full network and everything. But it's cool that if you have a Sprint account, you can still pay your bill. You can still check your account, which is nice. They just didn't, give Sprint customers the boot or anything, which is pretty great. But overall, it's pretty cool. What do you guys think about this? I think, honestly, Sprint was kind of dying. And like I said, Sprint did sell Boost Mobile, off to Dish Network, and that's a whole nother story that we're working on. But with the whole Sprint T-Mobile merger, I do like that, they are kind of working together to give customers better service and better experience and everything, and plans even. So it's pretty cool. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And yeah, let's keep researching more on this because it's fun. Why not? Another cool thing that I must say before I end this video is, if you're a current Sprint customer, or would you be thinking about maybe switching your full service over to T-Mobile, or you just got to kind of ride the wave and just keep Sprint and let it kind of just start using the T-Mobile network? Are you going to port out maybe to, someone else like Cricket or Metro, I don't know, PCS, or, like US Cellular, Verizon, AT&T, or are you going to stick with your current carrier? Let me know if you have Sprint, how that's going, if, has that affected your coverage or anything like that. I've had some complaints where some people have said that, they get worse coverage now with the whole T-Mobile network than they did with Sprint. So that's kind of interesting to kind of see that, some people are having issues and some people are saying that it's gotten better. So let me know in the comments below what you guys currently have, and if you have Sprint, let me know how the whole merge is going through and if you've experienced any kind of drop calls or anything. So yeah.